It's not easy. Oh, no, 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 no. I am not
Okay.
saying that. I don't have the patience to
Oh
do that.
yeah.
Oh,
I
no, no,
you
no.
know normally I don't, and I don't know what has gotten into me, but like well, whatever. We'll talk about it. Start. Okay. Are we live?
We are live, yeah. It's
Live
not
on
like
Twitch.
live on Twitch. We're not recording it.
Okay.
We give it like 10 minutes and we'll hop in. What do I want from Trader Joe's? Amanda's going right now.
You getting lunch or are you getting groceries?
Dinner.
Dinner? I don't
You
know.
want
Their hot food's good.
a nice? No, you don't eat red meat anymore.
Mm-mm.
Um,
I just had some shawarma. Hence the shawarma kid.
you want some nice seared scallops
Ooh.
Mm.
with some
Oh, fuck. You just reminded me.
with a
Fish market we forgot to
with
go
a
to
really
today.
nice cauliflower puree. Um, maybe some toasted almonds. Maybe some make like a little.
Sounds like a lot of work for Amanda to do.
Oh, wait, these are your things you're cooking for dinner?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were just getting like
I'm just
their
bullshitting.
prepared food.
Should,
That's what I
should,
thought you were talking about.
should we all wear our Strike Force hoodies? Should I go
No.
get mine? No.
I'm
Mine's
rocking
in the
it.
wash.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm afraid to. I mean, this is the second time I've worn it technically, but I'm afraid to wash mine because I think it's going to shrink and it will no longer fit me
Mine
anymore.
shrank. Mine shrank a very tiny little bit. It
Yeah.
wasn't so bad.
So I have been working out 3 days a week for this was week 5, and it's fucking crazy, right? Like I get so big in my shoulders that the rest of my body shrinks, but my shoulders just get fucking massive. So like all my clothes, like while my weight goes down, my clothes don't fit me because my chest keeps getting too big. Like
Mm.
it's actually like a blessing and a curse.
But
Also, I have two very close friends of mine that just moved to I think they're in Brooklyn. I don't know where
oh,
they are. Somewhere up there. But
school place to be.
so the plan is that my Tesla will be arriving mid-June, early to mid-June, and I am going to do a 2 maybe 3 week road trip.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna go up to Alabama, see my best friend, stay in Tennessee, go to Kentucky, see my other friend, and then I'm gonna come up to see you all
Oh, cool.
if I can. We'll obviously be planning it out. So I don't know. Charlie's always busy, so
Well, summertime, June, July is a good time because I'll probably just be. I'm not on a show. Yeah, what's up,
nice.
Hellfire? It's not Sunday. Yeah, I got to work tomorrow, so that's why we. Today's
So
my
that's the
only day
tentative.
off.
That's the tentative plan. I'm very
Sounds
excited
good.
about
Sounds like
this.
a good plan.
So
It's a good
Yeah.
plan.
so we can finally have
It's good.
our OGP throwdown. And I've never been to New York City before, so it'll be pretty cool to like cruise
Boy,
into the
do I
city.
have a
And
sandwich to introduce you to.
You
really,
can do the Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Oh,
what is
yeah.
it?
The first time I ever came, not the first time I came to New York. I've been to New York mad times, but the first time, so flashback to 2013. It was a couple months after I did my first movie that Charlie DP'd. Dead TV, check it on Netflix. Or Camp Dread, whatever the fuck it's called.
It's on Hulu.
Hulu.
Camp Dread. Wait a minute, isn't that?
It doesn't matter what it is.
You're
It doesn't.
I feel
It
like I
doesn't
watched
matter
that.
what it- But so
You're thinking Club Dread.
just met
okay.
just met Charlie, becoming homies with all these like group of dudes. Told them, I want to get the camera tree, blah 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 blah. So it's 2013, like 6 months or so after that. Charlie's like, hey, I'm doing this music video. Do you want to come up to New York? You can crash on my couch. I just need help doing like props and all this other shit. And I was just like, yeah, totally. I don't care. I love it. Anything, give me it all. And we come out to New York, worked this little thing, this like cool music video. Were we in the studio? I don't remember. It doesn't matter where we
Yeah,
were.
we were in West's studio.
We were in West Studio. So do this thing. Afterwards, he's like, "Oh, let's go get sandwiches at this place, Hana Foods.
Yeah.
It's like a little like a chain deli thing around New York, but they have like stupid sandwiches, and one of them is the Jim Carrey, which is cooked up on the griddle, cracked pepper turkey and pastrami with avocado, ranch, bacon on a roll. I think there's mozzarella, like Like
Yes, there's-
fuck
Fuck me up, man. Yeah, sounds good.
son.
Sounds good.
Son.
Yeah.
The
I
best
can't
sandwich I've
even-
had in a long time.
I think I bit the sandwich and I cried. I think like I took a bite and I fucking cried. You know, I
This is
remember I was like,
definitely something I
this
have
is
to
what New York
experience.
is like. Sign me
Yeah.
up, baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Ironically, for the last decade or so, I've been lactose intolerant, and suddenly it has gone away.
Dude,
So
allergies
I'm,
are so weird like that.
I'm
so
very
weird.
excited to go up there and like
Eat all the cheese.
beat.
Have all the
I want to
pizza?
get down on some pizza.
I haven't
man.
had.
Oh.
It's funny you mentioned that. Joe. I haven't had that sandwich. I can't even tell you the last time I had that
But
sandwich.
it's probably been at least 5 years. I don't think I've had it since I moved to Connecticut.
I
Y'all
think-
both have to take me your favorite food spot or favorite pizza spots in New York because you obviously know.
Here's the funny thing about pizza, I'll tell you in New York. Even the bad pizzerias in New York are tasty. That's you can go to the 99-cent
Yeah.
like shit like two bros off the bus in Manhattan Times Square, and it'll be great. I'm not even kidding you.
There's I have one. I do watch a lot of the guy that does Barstool Sports. I watch a few of his reviews.
His
and
fucking
so,
pizza reviews are don't get me started on his. He
Are they
comes to my
really?
fucking city and tries to tell me what's good pizza. Put me in a ring with him. I don't even want to get into that right now. I am so mad at his pizza reviews because he doesn't know fucking shit. This dork. Where is he from? Boston or something?
I have
Gonna
no
come
idea.
come to
I
my
don't know.
fucking city and tell me what's good pizza or not. The funny thing is, my favorite
Well,
pizza.
no, I think a lot of people on the app they actually like.
There's reviews. Yeah.
Right.
People
Like
that
it's the
review
people
it.
that
Yeah, yeah.
review it. Yeah, that's what I was gonna go off. Not his, but like
There's
there's a couple that are like actually like 8.9s, and a lot of the people like they swear by it. So I'm like, yeah, I want to try some of these places out.
The funny thing about my favorite pizzeria in New York is it's not even a traditional New York pizza place. It's L&B's Pomoni Gardens.
Yeah, that place is pretty good. I had that place for the first time. It's like a
They do
pillow
these
pizza.
giant tomato pies. It's like
that
it's not
those
really
look
a
so good.
Sicilian
It's a
or a
pillow
grandma
pizza.
pizza.
What
It's
does
like,
pillow pizza mean?
It's
What'd
like
you say?
It's like a pillow pizza.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know
like
what that
very,
means.
very soft dough, very thick,
Okay.
but it's not a Sicilian. It's like this big, very, very soft dough, and it's like a fuck ton of tomato sauce. It's like dripping in tomato sauce, and I
That's
don't
what
even
I'm
think they do
talking about right
cheese on it.
there.
I think they do
It's a little
like
bit
maybe
cheese,
grated
like sprinkled.
Parmesan or
Yeah,
something.
that's it. Yeah.
Oh, that's not actually. To be honest with you, that sounds like real Italian pizza right there. Like
very
'cause
good.
when I was going in
have to remember.
Providence. I'm sorry.
Continue. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
In Providence, like when my parents took me there when I was younger, I remember because obviously a lot of the Italians went to Providence when they came here up from Ellis Island, and there were some places there that were like I remember my dad. He is from Italy, so he just like took me to these places, and they were like just so OG with like the lemon bars and the cannolis and just all the
That's the thing, man.
Italian
New York
pastries. But they
pizza
had the
is
pizza like
American.
that, and it was just
Yeah.
like it was basically like focaccia almost, but it had just like tomato sauce and a little bit of parm sprinkled on top. And I remember but the sauce was outrageous, man. Anyways,
Well, that's the thing is, New York pizza isn't.
what's
like,
Frank Pepe's?
Isn't that a joke from something?
No, Frank Pepe's is a place in Connecticut.
Oh, of course, Calark would know that.
Is that the place
Well,
that you
that's-
get your pizza from?
Well, that's where Kellark and I went to have pizza.
Ah,
we tried to meet
okay.
up with Remen, and he was sleeping, and so this is like,
Classic,
Freaking
classic
Raymond.
old man. excuse.
Classic.
I
no,
was
it was a good
sleeping,
time.
guys.
I was
Kellark
sleeping,
and I
guys.
went and played a round of golf. It was a good time.
That's
Oh,
right.
Hard
nice.
golf, but it was fun.
See, we're gonna
yeah.
do some OG podcast shit like that. It's gonna be fun.
Cool. All right, I'm
excited.
gonna grab
Drunk.
another seltzer since y'all know that I love seltzer, and then we can
Fucking seltzer, man.
Well, I'm gonna get a
dude.
coffee then.
seltzer man.
Wow. Well, then I'm gonna sit here
Hold the
and
fort down is what you're gonna do.
entertain people. How's everybody doing? How you doing, Calark? What's going on, Far From Casual? I'm having a Sicilian pizza for lunch today. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I love Sicilian. A good Sicilian pizza for me. Like all you need is just like one piece with cheese. I mean, you could do pepperoni or whatever topping you want, but for me, man, like if it's like a really good thick crust with a nice sauce, man, you don't even really need to like load it up with toppings. That's not. I'm like 5 donuts go. What do you mean 5 donuts? Like you want me to? I don't have any donuts on me. I'm actually taking a break from donuts right now because of how many I've eaten over the last few weeks. It's been bad actually. One of my clients, he's like the donut king of South Florida, and he's been every weekend he does a pop up, and I do like a weekly report for him, and so he pays me in donuts. And so I've had like a lot of donuts in the last few weeks. Man, I had a quitter. I mean, don't get me wrong, like I had one yesterday, but I just I couldn't say no, dude. It was like a brown butter fritter. It was so good. It was so good. He had like the little sea salt on top. Done deal, man. Let me see if I can find a picture of it and put it on here. I mean, I never really take a break from donuts. Look, like if somebody's gonna offer me one, I'm gonna eat it. I can't say no. Unless you offer me like a Dunkin'. And then if you offer me like a Dunkin' donut, I'm not gonna eat it. Dunkin' donuts for me like aren't even worth putting it in your body. Like Krispy Kremes are good though. Don't get me wrong. I can do a Krispy Kreme, but I'm sorry.
I like Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kremes they're classic. You know what I mean? Like you just
That donut
can't...
place you're always posting looks fucking delicious.
Oh, dude, I wish.
Called?
Well, so he's well, he doesn't have a name for his business yet, but he does. It's called Consulting by Chef Max. He's been doing like a donut pop up. Like he literally turned his house into a commercial kitchen.
Cool.
And he also owns like a cookie shop here that I get cookies from pretty frequently. But dude, everybody needs a good donut place. So, honestly, though, like, okay, so the thing is Max's Donuts, right? They look phenomenal, right? But they are so heavy, and they actually make you feel like shit after you eat a couple of them, you know? So, like, they're amazing, but it's like he's a real pastry chef. So he's not just making a donut. He's making, like, curated recipes condensed in. He's turning an entire pastry or entire dessert into a pastry, you know? And so, for me, dude, like, I just want like a classic, rustic ass old fashioned. Like that's what my favorite donut.
Yeah,
like with a coffee.
I like a glaze normally, personally.
Yeah.
There's
like a nice fluffy glaze.
There's two spots that are pretty good in New York. There's Dunwell Donuts. They do all vegan donuts, and they do donut a la modes, and they're really fucking good. And there's Peter Pan in Greenpoint, Brooklyn. That like it's like kind of a, I don't know if it's necessarily tourist, but like it's known as like the donut spot. Like
there's a place you used to live across the street from. I'm trying to remember the name of it.
That you used to live across the street from?
Dough? I thought is that what it is? Dough.
Oh yeah, Dough sounds familiar.
Yeah.
There's one place there's one food spot that I know of that I have to try out when I get there, and it's Momofuku. I really
Momofuku's pretty good.
Yeah,
definitely pretty good. There's a I mean, you know,
I'm sure there's better spots, but it's mostly because I'm a chef and I gotta try David Chang.
Here's the thing about Momofuku is that the things that they do well, they do really fucking well.
Right.
So it's not
necessarily
it's not necessarily that there's like better places. Like here, there could be a better place that does a better ramen spot or something, whatever. But like,
sure,
you know, I haven't eaten in a long time.
All right, boys.
Shall we?
Want to get the show on the road?
We shall.
We want to talk about some video games today.
Yeah, I'll intro us in.
Video games.
Video games.
What?
Video games.
I just want to talk about my cat the whole time.
I mean, we could talk about cats for hours.
Oh, God, I feel bad. She's like, what?
Like, stop yelling at me.
Dude, every time I come near that window, I have to pet her, obviously. Like, what am I, a fucking savage? And every time she just looks at me like, please don't touch me. I'm just chilling here. I'm laying. Like, leave me, don't fucking touch me.
But anyway, yeah, I'll intro us in. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Overachievers Gaming Podcast. I am your host, Vash, joined as always by Chef Crondo and Ashi Pastrami, the Shawarma Kid, as he is better known by. How's it going, guys?
Just had a big old plate of shawarma, so you tell me, baby.
I figured it out. So you're gonna leave about 15 minutes from now.
I was gonna say, it's gonna get real farty soon.
It's gonna get real farty.
You know, thank God we got these two offices now, like separate offices. I feel bad for June. She's the only one she's gonna get the real. She'll feel it.
I want to welcome you guys back to our bi-weekly gaming podcast where we talk about the things that we're playing, the games we're excited for, and maybe some news. That's pretty much it. That's what we started this podcast on.
There's some news.
There's some news. But I'm just saying,
there's
that's
plenty of news.
I'm just working on the new shtick, the little catchphrase that we have to do.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can find us on Instagram at og.podcast. Our Twitter is overachieversp. Our website is ogpodcast.fm, where you get this episode, every episode where we talk about video games. And soon to be.
Did you mean to say that funny? Vidya? Vidya games?
Vidya games?
Vidya. Vidya.
So. But yeah, so actually, I want to talk to you guys about this later on after the pod. But I'm excited to figure out when we're going to record our WandaVision chat because that just ended. So we
Oh
watched it
yeah, we
today.
should do that. We should
Yeah.
do
Oh,
that.
I should watch the show actually.
You
Should
haven't
I?
watched it?
should.
You haven't watched it? Oh wow, I'm surprised.
I
You
watched the
haven't.
first 4 episodes. I haven't
Well, it's
finished it, but
so
yeah.
it just ended yesterday. So
What a
I'll
fucking-
knock it
Amanda
out
and
this weekend.
Amanda and I wanted to finish it so we wouldn't get spoiled by stuff. So we just finished
Dude,
it.
dude, people online are ruthless. Those motherfuckers out there just posting shit on Instagram where it's just like a thing, and it's like, what are you?
You just have to not be on social media if that's the case.
I
But
don't
anyway,
understand like what's in a brain of person that's like has to run to do that.
They just don't know, or not. They don't know. They just don't care.
If you guys like this podcast, please share it. Give us a review on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast, because that helps us out the most. And then we also have 2 sponsors for the podcast, which we'll dive into later. One of these days, I'm just going to record it, and then I'll just lay it in, and that way I don't have to worry about it later on.
Should I do?
that's
Should
the
I
best
do
idea.
it? Oh wait, okay, wait. Let me do it. Okay, I'm gonna do it. No, okay, I'm gonna tell you. Let me do it as like a New York used car salesman.
Do it.
That would
Whatever
be
you
funny.
want to do, whatever.
Make sure-
I
tickles
was,
your
gonna do it.
fancy,
I was gonna
so.
do it. I was gonna
Make
do
sure you're wearing the gold tooth when you do it.
it. I don't want to talk about the gold tooth.
Anyways, so this week we are here to talk about the games that I already know. I kind of said this already, but anyway, we're here to talk about the games we're playing. So, gentlemen, what have you guys been playing?
I platinumed Resident Evil 7.
Ooh,
Yeah,
No easy
nice.
feat.
I'm pretty excited about it.
I know I've done it, so I know exactly
Yeah.
what you've gone through. So, it's
So-
fun.
I'm not gonna lie, it's really funny because a couple months ago I was like, yeah, no, I'm never gonna play RE7 because I don't like first person shooters. And then I did one playthrough of it and I was like, this game's actually kind of amazing. So I'm I want to try it out. So I played through it on normal and then I went through on easy and started, kind of figuring the game out a little more. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try this Madhouse difficulty. Holy shit! Like, Charlie, the thing that kills me about that Madhouse difficulty is how the beginning of the game is harder than the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like where you like that first fight with Mia, how you have to actually you get 28 bullets and you literally like cannot miss a headshot or you just cannot get past that part.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's what always stopped me from Resident Evil is, and I get it. I like that people like that level of difficulty, but I'm a spray and pray guy in a lot of, especially zombie games. And you can't.
yeah.
You can't. Every bullet has to matter, or great, you're out
Yeah.
of bullets, and you're just ruined. Your life is over, dude.
There were so many parts where I actually like because when you play through the game on easy and normal, it's like you know what's coming, right? You're like, okay, I'm gonna like open the door, and there's gonna be like one molded guy there. No, man, in Madhouse, they're like, let me just completely redo the entire game. The item locations are different, the monster spawns are all different, and they're infinitely more aggressive.
Yeah.
So like I'd open a door thinking there was gonna be nothing there, and there's a big dude in my face, and I'm like, oh shit, I have no ammo. Like, what do I do? And then I come to find out that RE7's buggy. You can just close the door in their face, and they go underground. And
Yeah. I'm a huge chicken shit. So like when I was doing Resident Evil 2, the remake, I was just like
yeah,
like,
yeah.
The thing that Resident Evil does really well, I will say, is their ambient noises. Like just like going down a hallway and the broken window at the end of the hallway is like it's raining outside and like the curtains flapping and you might hear a board creak in the distance. You just like I don't know how much consideration they put into it, but those small things for me just make me, I'm on the edge of my seat just
Yeah.
going down this fucking hallway. Like, you know what I mean? I think that is such a cool, and that's something that a lot of people overlook, like sound design in a video game specifically. I feel like that's not something that people really take into consideration, but there's a lot of work in that, and like the Foley artists that like really make that all those noises come together. It's really great. Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a great game. I'm going to go for RE3 Remake next, and then, because I'm almost done with it, all I got to do is just beat it on Inferno, and then I'm going to go through and try to do RE2 Remake. Platinum.
Try to platinum it.
Yeah.
I tried getting back into RE3 to try to platinum that game again, but I was playing on not the hardest difficulty, but the second hardest difficulty, and like I just
Nightmare.
couldn't get past Nightmare. Yeah, I couldn't get past the first part where it's like you said the beginnings of those games are the hardest part of it because you don't have anything and like one
Nothing.
hit
You have
kills
nothing. You have shit. It's
Yeah.
like, and they
Like, I
give you
couldn't-
zero. Like it's like no help. They're just go.
Well, the thing is that the game is designed so that on the harder difficulties, the game is designed so that you make decisions of saying like, okay, can I run through this can I bob and weave through these guys? And
Sure.
in RE3 Remake,
Sure.
they designed it with the action button so that you can like completely just roll past a lot of scenarios, but you have to have flawless timing on the execution of it.
Right.
So it really leaves no wiggle room for you to like be a fraction of a second off on hitting that action button. And that's my biggest problem with Inferno is you have to be able to do that, and I actually struggle with it in a lot of areas.
Yeah.
So, but it's yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess I got into this like you inspired me since we're going back to the original point of the show. Of like we're the overachievers. I was like, screw it. Like I'm gonna take my favorite game series and I'm just gonna try to platinum all these games. So I'm gonna go 3, 2, and then up to 4 because 4 is like my favorite game in the series.
Oh, cool.
But I know that professional on 4 is very hard, and that game is a little bit more skill
Have they
driven.
remade, like every Resident Evil at this point?
Not yet.
They haven't remade 1 technically. They did an HD
Well,
upgrade.
Well,
but
yeah, they did the HD. They haven't
no,
remade
it wasn't like the remake,
Right.
but
They
4
should.
oh, that'd be, dude. I think that'd be actually phenomenal. I really think they should because 1 is, I mean, it's the OG, right? They should
Yeah.
redo 1. They should redo Code Veronica, and
Veronica was great.
yeah, Code Veronica was fantastic. It's one that like a lot of people didn't play because it was on the Sega Saturn, and a lot of people didn't have Sega Saturns.
Dreamcast.
Was it Dreamcast?
Dreamcast.
Oh well. Sorry, I was
Love
a
that
spoiled bitch.
console.
I had
Still
all
have
of
my
them,
still have my
so-
Dreamcast.
Still have it?
I was,
Still have it. Yeah.
yeah, I got mine. It's like, kind of like a rare console, right?
I wish
Isn't
I
it?
had it. I love Dreamcast. One of my favorite consoles.
Yeah.
Fucking
I think
Power
so.
Stones, one of the most fun fighters. I just beat God of War 4. I am convinced that God of War 4 is now one of my most favorite games ever played. Easily one of the most beautiful games I've ever played. And I actually don't know if we've ever talked about this, Charlie. I've always seen the God of War series as like oh yeah, cool games. Not like anything that I've ever jumped for joy about. I've played 1 through 3, and the story is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But like the hack and slash, it was just too. It was like, oh, okay, whatever. Like the fucking mechanics. God of War 4, like, wow, what great gameplay, what great mechanics between switching between the Leviathan axe and the Blades of Chaos. Like, wow, like that was. They toned down the hack and slash, but it's still like, oh, there's a bunch of enemies. I have much shit I can do, but adding like all the ability, so much, like great, but not even. But like besides that, just what, like, I still like, even though I'm done, I'm still doing like just stupid shit around the world. But like, man, what a beautifully crafted story, like narratively. Oh my god, those motherfuckers wrote such an amazing story, like. And so cool because we're used to dealing with, because of Marvel specifically, I would say the not the Olympians, the Asgardians, like being these like kind of good dudes and like heroes and shit like that. But what a cool story of paint. You all right over there? Oh, his dog's barking. His dogs are barking, not his feet. I'll just keep going on.
Ronan's going crazy.
I wonder if no one else is here. That game was just written really well, and it was such a different take on what we know of the gods of Norse mythology, and just super, super. Oh man, I can't believe it. Well, it took me so long to play the game because I didn't have a PlayStation. Thanks, Charlie. Man,
Ironically, I still haven't played it, and I own it.
dude, at first I didn't know if I was gonna like it, and then as you get into it. It just keeps unfolding into.
That's exactly how I felt about RE7 and The Last of Us. Like, it was
Sure.
one of those games where like I was hesitant to start them, but then
yeah.
once you start into it, you're like,
This is
awesome.
Genuinely a game where I felt a lot of things. I was like, it's just lots of feelings because the story is so strong. It's a very powerful story. Like it really is, and I really enjoyed the fact that they took everything that was in popular culture about Norse mythology, and they're like, nah, son. And it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. And now I'm not back into Valheim. I'm playing Valheim, because Charlie's playing it too, so we could talk a little bit about Valheim in a second.
Way to just steal my thunder. No pun intended.
what happened, Charlie? Did Archie just decide that he had to be in Dad's hands for a little while?
He was just freaking out upstairs, so I just didn't. Well, I just wanted to go grab him. So
Yeah, fair.
Okay.
Yeah, so God of War 4 and then Valheim. Well,
I saw you. Didn't you stream
I did
good old
Phasmophobia a little bit last night.
or Phasmophobia?
Phantasmophobia. Yeah, I did a little Phasmophobia the
Phantasmophobia.
other night.
Have they added anything to that game at
The
all?
game is like almost completely different now. It's like
Really?
well, it used to be super easy because the thermometer gun would just instantly tell you which room the ghost was in.
Okay.
And now they made it so below if it's below 50 degrees or 45 degrees Fahrenheit, you're almost guaranteed there's gonna be a ghost in that room. Like and it's like how many rooms are there, right? So now though, every house they've added weather mechanic or temperature mechanics a little more intuitively. So the house's power is off. Every room is cold. If you turn the power on, rooms will get warmer slowly, and then that's when you can start. And the temperature gun has more of a delay to tell you what the temperature is. So it's definitely like they made it a little harder. They nerfed the temperature gun in a way, but it wasn't just like, oh, temperature gun sucks now. It's like, oh, now the entire house is cold, not just the room where the ghost is. You can make it warm by turning the power on, but the ghost might turn the power off, and it's like it's a little more intuitive that way. And the ghost is way harder now. It opens up doors. Like you could be hiding in a room and you'll hear the fucking door open, and it's like,
Oh my God.
and you hear the heartbeat, and it's like, oh my God, and it's like.
So what I heard you telling me is that they had a problem. The problem was that the thermometer gun was too easy.
To
So
find the
instead
ghost,
of
yeah.
just nerfing it like some other gaming companies we know about, Scobler, they actually found a way to fix or make the game better and work around
Yeah.
the thermometer gun.
Yeah,
Like that's
exactly.
that's funny, the difference between like intelligent game design and corporate game design.
Remember, this is one person.
That's what I'm
is doing
saying.
this.
Like,
I
what
think
a
he has
difference,
hired,
right?
I think he's hired. I think now there's like a team of 8, maybe.
Sure,
I think,
sure,
something like,
but
he did hire some people ever since he became like a fucking millionaire.
probably had a few dollars to add to that budget.
Like,
but
can you imagine being the people of Among Us, Phasmophobia, Valheim, Inside, all these indie games? You go to sleep one night, you wake up the next day after some fucking streamer played it, and it's just like ching 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 ching, and it's just like Valheim has sold 5 million copies. 5 people made that game. 5 people made Valheim.
But
They
it's
sold
just
5
a
million
testament.
copies.
It's a testament to how watered down and shit some of these games are that the giant studios are making.
100%.
And I think it's a
100%.
call that they need to, or actually it's like a check in a sense that they need to they need to really like sit down and
I have the
assess
perfect,
what they're doing.
analogy about this. The perfect
go
analogy.
ahead.
In Philadelphia, Pat's and Geno's at one time probably had the most fire cheesesteaks in the state of Pennsylvania. At one
Okay.
time, they probably had the most fire. Now, decades later, everyone just goes there. You don't go to Philly, Pat's, you Philly cheesesteak, get the wins, yeah, fuck off. You go there because it's just an institution, but their cheesesteaks are garbage.
Yeah, that's
Really?
pretty bad.
Don't at me. No, you know what? Fucking at me. Their cheesesteaks are garbage. Garbage
At
cheesesteaks.
Ashy Pastrami on Twitter, Instagram, and
Absolutely garbage. They use the cheapest, shittiest meat that you see them get these giant cans of. It probably says like cheese byproduct or some shit on it, and it's just a gross sandwich. But the
Okay.
thing is, they can get away with it because they got
Right.
the name. They're Pat's
Right.
Geno's. People go to them, and that's dude. Call of Duty hasn't changed in a decade except for the fact that Warzone exists now. Straight up,
Yeah.
Call of Duty has been the same game every single fucking time, regardless of which story it is, which era it is, which time, whatever the fuck. It doesn't matter because they
Look
bank
at
on
what the
fact,
most popular game on Twitch right now is: GTA 5
Right.
RP. Like GTA
it's
5.
insane.
Yeah.
All they did was they just let out this heist expansion pack or whatever, and people are. I mean, granted, I gotta admit that some of the people that are RPing, they're doing a very
Who did we
entertaining
have
job
on,
of doing
Charlie,
it.
that was
Black
RP?
Knight. I did
Yeah,
that.
that was
So one of
really
our
interesting.
previous episodes. You take a look. Black Knight was he's in on he used to stream. I don't know what he's doing now. I think he's still doing Warzone, but yeah.
Very interesting take on the RP life. But either way, though, games like the game, I think Call of Duty is the easiest franchise to show.
Yeah, for
They
sure.
just do the same thing and they bank on people getting their game. You know what I mean?
Wanting whatever the new hotness
Right,
is.
exactly.
They just reskin it basically with new graphics.
New-
and
a couple new maps, maybe a couple new mechanics,
Maybe.
Yeah.
guns,
Maybe.
abilities, whatever.
But it's the same game, dude. You
Same
know, and
concept.
it's like, I think besides Warzone being added, like I have not played a Call of Duty outside Warzone in like a decade because I didn't. Who cares? I didn't have to. You know what I mean? But you have all these new indie games that just exist on Steam. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, it is an interesting thing. I got like, I've been playing this game like, what will the next thing be, you know? And it's because, you know, you'll have some bigger streamer play it, and other people like, oh, that looks cool. It's like an
Yeah.
interesting like, it's like a inadvertent marketing, right? You know, for these companies. And I mean, I like it. I probably wouldn't have ever like, I don't like just sit on Steam like, what random indie game can I play? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's cool.
Yeah.
But also it's smart from a big streamer position. Genius. They find some game that no one is playing or streaming, and they're like, great, I'm gonna try this. And then people are talking about it. You know what I'm saying? This person is now ahead of the curve because they've been playing a little bit longer.
Do you
but
think
people-
that? Do you think that's ever like not a coincidence? And sometimes it might be like game companies,
It
you
could
know,
be. I
paying
don't-
That's a
these
good
streamers.
marketing scheme. Like
It
they
could be.
absolutely should
100%.
I mean, that's why
yeah.
when you see like Ninja playing Apex Legend when it first came out, I'm sure like
Oh
he,
yeah,
he
no, he got money
like
for
a-
that. It
Mhm.
was
Yeah,
it was
absolutely.
known. Yeah, yeah. But see, that's even so. That's who is that? Treyarch who made Apex? Not Treyarch.
No, it's whatever.
oh
The same
my
people
God.
who made
Titanfall.
Titanfall. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Okay,
Regardless
Respawn.
of what it is.
Respawn.
Yeah, Respawn. Respawn's still a bigger studio. Don't forget. I don't think like the 5 dudes who made Valheim are out there paying anyone. They probably were just trying to float for a bit, you know, and then suddenly it's huge. But like, I'm sure some do that. But even so, I think it's smart just on the streamer's position if you're a bigger streamer, especially if you have like partner status, to try to find the next indie game that people aren't playing, just so it creates buzz around you. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a genius move. It really is. You've seen it in the last year. You've seen this so many times with so many different games, and now here we are with the next one being Valheim, the current
Yeah.
one rather.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So we'll talk about. So I'm playing Valheim. That's really the only
Are you
game
playing
that I
anything
have.
else? Yeah.
How would you guys
well,
describe Valheim?
well, I'm
Nordic
playing other games too.
Minecraft.
It's like a Viking Minecraft for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the best
Okay.
way I could describe it. I never really played Minecraft, so I don't know it
Same.
too. I mean, I played Minecraft for like a couple hours. That's about all I have experience with, and I'm like, these graphics are shit. I can't play.
I think
this game anymore.
everybody just
Dude,
tries it out for a
thank
couple
you,
minutes.
man. Here's the thing. I'm sure it is a fun game, but like the aesthetic, it's fucking. I don't care. It's not for me. I don't care.
Yeah, it's very it's Viking as Hellfire says, it's Viking survival, Viking crafting, Viking gardening, Viking. Yes, it's
True.
very Viking.
Very Viking.
But it's a survival game for sure, like kind of like Rust. I never
Okay,
played Rust,
okay.
But I know Hellfire's put in so much.
What was it like fucking
so much time.
8,000 hours
6,000
of Hellfire?
hours or
You
something
don't-
like that. So
Jesus Christ.
Into what?
yeah,
Rust?
there's no pillaging unless you're a troll who's running through and just destroying everyone's homes. So it's fine. Yeah, almost 7,000 hours,
Hey.
1,600. It's crazy.
Phew,
But
what-
anyway,
what is that?
it's a lot like Minecraft in the sense where like you start off with nothing. Well, I don't know about Minecraft, but anyway, you start off with like nothing. You're kind of like you have to go around punching trees to get wood, which is hilarious in my opinion. And
It's
You
so
tree puncher.
then you build a a hammer and then an axe, a stone. You find some stone. You build a stone axe. You start slowly upgrading, getting your items, whatever. Then you can start building a home. You can just do whatever you want. You can clear a forest, that
Yeah.
sort of stuff. And then you start building like workbenches and forges. Then you have to learn how to mine copper, and then you make tin, or you find tin. Then you make bronze. You're in the Bronze Age. Then you start going that, and then you're getting more stone, that sort of stuff. So it's a
Hey,
linear
getting more stoned? Is that
yeah,
what I heard?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of progression of like what you can do. You have to go hunt deer forever to get all the deer hides. And then there's bosses too, right? There's like 5 bosses right now that you could fight. I think, and each one is kind of cryptic in the way, how you can beat. I mean, obviously you can look everything up and you can find out, but like if you just want to play it and not really understand, or spoil yourself online, like it'll tell you some stuff of like, what you have to do and stuff, everything in game. But I don't know. I'm at the point in the game where I've beat the first boss. We have a dedicated server going, so if you guys want to come hang out with us in Valheim at our dedicated server, it's on our Discord, which is discord.me/ogpodcast, and you can come hang out there, and we'll chat more Valheim stuff. But anyway, it's just I don't know, it's fun. It's just I'm enjoying it. I don't like building games at all. Like I was never into
Agreed.
Minecraft at all, and I just suck at building. But for some reason, I'm really digging this game, and I like the fact that all the weather stuff. I mean, the game runs like surprisingly takes
It's very surprising.
a massive system to run this game, and because it's very low graphical. Like the characters are like all low poly,
Well, there's
which
a
I
name
kinda like
for
about
it. I forgot the name for it. Where it has almost like, not 8-bit, but it's like bit aesthetics. But then like if you look up in the sky, Yggdrasil and the night star, like when it's nighttime, the stars, all that is like HD graphics and beautiful. It's funny because your character and like the ground are like all blocky, but then like there's something like the some of the world around you is like absolutely insanely beautiful. I don't know, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, and
I
also, and it's also a community too. So like, if you have a dedicated server, we ran a dedicated server because otherwise, the thing that's kind of weird about it is like, unless if you're playing by yourself, like unless you're logged in to the game, nobody else can log in. So like,
Yeah.
we built. I spent a weekend trying to figure out a dedicated server to run on my Mac. I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna leave my other PCs on. So I just ran a Windows server, and we have a dedicated server. That way, it doesn't matter if I can play or whoever, everyone can at least log in, have a central server going, which is fine. I guess that's the reason why they kind of, were able to make it for not have to rent all these servers to get the
Exactly.
game going. It makes it feel more like a community per se. But
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like I feel like they can maybe make some servers now. They have like maybe that they made like $100 million in this game.
Well, that's the thing. What is it? It's a $20 game, right?
Yeah, 5 times 20 is 100, so it's 100 million.
Oh, that's a way better way to go about it than me fucking.
Yeah, plus the minus the 30% Steam commission. It's
Sure.
it's $70 million. So it's not bad for
Yeah,
a
exactly.
game from 2018. So
I mean, that's a
Pretty
little bit of
chill.
money.
Um,
A low key, 70
so
mil.
I've never played it. I've never been big into these building type games, and I think I finally hit my wall of what stops me in these games. The game is super cool. It is really fun. Everything Charlie said is true. I'm at the point now where I have a forge and I'm making bronze things. And here's what usually stops me from these games. And I understand why it's enticing to some people because some people like these to do these tasks. To make a lot of items, you need like at least like 5 bronze, like to make like a bronze chest plate or something, right? You need 5 pieces of bronze, some wood, and like some leather. Okay, great, easy peasy, right? I need to go with an axe to start mining tin. I need to go with an axe to start mining
pickaxe.
copper.
Not an axe, pickaxe.
Sorry, pickaxe. Yeah, pickaxe, which you have to get deer antler to use, blah blah blah. So besides all that stuff, let's say I've already gotten to that point to make bronze stuff. I need to get my deer antler pickaxe, find a tin deposit out in the world, which is usually like very small comparatively. Mine it, hit it, smack it a bunch of goddamn times. Get a few pieces of of raw tin. Go find a copper deposit. Beat the shit out of it a bunch of times. Get a few pieces of raw copper and keep doing this for a bit. Go back to my base, go into this, I think it was the smelter, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
I need to get coal. I need to put wood into it to get coal. If I don't have wood, I have to go get my axe, go chop some trees down, get some wood, put wood into it to make coal. Go over to the thing next to it.
I'm sorry, dude. This just
Wait,
sounds
no, there's
like
more. Wait,
It's
not
good.
there's
not
more.
fun.
Keep going.
I go to the thing next to it. I forgot. It's like the chimney looking thing. I put the coal in on one side. On the other side, I put the raw materials. And I think it's about like a 4-to-1 ratio between coal needed for one piece of raw material. So I put in the tin, the raw tin, out pops a tin bar, right? Great. I got some tin now. I got some copper now. Mind you have to go get more wood to fill into the kern where the fuck it is to get coal. I got to keep putting the coal in there. Oh, I don't have any trees around my joint. I got to go further into the forest where I'm being attacked by the Grey Dwarves, get some more wood. Oh shit. Now since I'm higher, I'm getting wood and core wood. I don't need all this core wood. I gotta go put the core wood in the chest. Oh wait, I need more chest. I gotta get regular wood to put that. So I'm doing this shit just to get this 5 bronze to make 1 chest plate.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I got the chest plate. We're living large, right?
We're
I need
living
5
large!
I need 5 more bronze now to make the pants. Oh, I just did all that shit again. I need 5. So it's like, oh, and now I can get other trees. I need fine wood. Now that I have I have a level 3 forge, I need fine wood to do some shit. Oh wait, I built this dope fire base with my smelter, my whatever the fuck that thing is called, the chimney looking motherfucker. I built all this shit. I got a dope base. I got log cabins. I got shit supporting each other. Everything is green. I got the stakes around the whole joint. No fucking trolls, Grey Dwarfs are fucking up me. I have no trees that give fine wood around my base. So if I want to do anything else, I'm either moving base or I'm traveling to get fine wood.
And you can't. Well, they made the thing. They sort of made this possible by adding the ability to do portals.
You have
slightly
portals, yes.
But
Yes.
you can't port with like iron,
tin and
or anything
copper
like
for the
There's more stuff too.
the ore stuff. Yeah.
So there's actually mods out there to help with that. I think I'm gonna do the server mod where you could port with metals and whatnot, because that's just so fucking annoying. It is so annoying. So, yeah.
Okay, sure, there are things that work. I'm just saying though that process, and I get people. Some people like that. Like clear, like some people, and that's totally fine. Like live your truth, play the game you want to play. That's awesome. Even though I like stupid gathering game like MMOs and that bullshit, doing that is too much for me. And I'm gonna keep playing Valheim probably because it's such an easy game. Like I had nothing to do. I'm bored. I got home from work a little later. I got a little time before I have to go do this. What the fuck ever. I can just hop in. I'll just go gather some shit. I'll go kill a troll in a cave. I'll go do a burial site. Whatever. Easy. This is less farming than MSF, 100%. Well, you actually get shit in this game when you farm. It doesn't matter how long it takes. You still get it. So
and you just pay $20 and you have the entire game. You can play it and have hours of content. Anyway.
So like, it's easy game to just, I think, for me to hop into when I'm bored. But like, Jesus Christ, I'm probably done caring as much as I was about it.
That's fair. I'm at the same point where like I found the second boss like right before we started recording. Like I rolled in, and I had to fix the longhouse that I built because trolls came through and destroyed part of it.
That spot is awkwardly troll heavy. I don't know what.
So
what's about
I just put a bunch of stakes in the ground,
Nice.
that sort of stuff. So hopefully everything can be fine and we can make it work, whatever. But anyways, it's just annoying to have that all be the case. Yeah, so I totally feel you. But because I'm in the same boat, we're like, okay, now I just and the thing that happens is like if you die, you drop everything that's on your body, and then you have to run back and get your body, and then if you die again, hopefully you marked where your body was. Otherwise, it goes away. So I'm in the point now where I'm going after the second boss, and I think I need to brew some potions. I think maybe
you need the poison antidote.
But like now I have to like find I just built the fermenter, but it doesn't tell me what it needs to ferment. So like, okay, I'm guessing I need some honey maybe, but I don't know where to find honey. I don't know.
You have to get a queen bee and make a beehive to get.
Well, where the fuck do I get a beehive?
You gotta okay, all right, baby, let's go. You gotta go find a beehive out in the world, which is usually in like how the server has had random broken down buildings. Sometimes there will be a beehive in there. They'll attack you. You need to use a bow and arrow. You shoot the beehive a bunch. It'll drop a queen bee. Boom, baby.
So you just grab a queen bee by the back of her neck and take her to your base?
No,
and
it's a droppable item, you ding dong. And you go back to your base and you make the beehive. You put the queen bee in the beehive and it'll start making bees. It'll start making honey.
I am so glad I didn't buy this game.
It's actually really fun. I'm actually enjoying it.
That's the thing. I think there's a lot of mundane tasks to it, but like the fact that I've even played this much of it shows you someone who does not like these games. Like I refuse to play Minecraft. I just don't want to play it. The fact that they've gotten me still, I think, shows that it's a good game. Hellfire's playing on 3 different servers. Hellfire's crazy though, so don't use it as an example.
But yeah, I'm in the same boat. I put 27 hours into this game, I want to say already, and that's a lot for me. Well, not really a lot for me because I'm still playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm at 97 hours in that game. Still not even halfway done. And so I'm like, I enjoy the mundane tasks and whatnot, but like I also like the sense of progression. So, and that's the thing is like it's a slow progression, it's a slow crawl, but then it's like I don't know, I'm really enjoying
You know what I like about it? You know what it is? The exploration of it.
Yeah,
that's what it is. I like that I went to a corner of the Black Forest where it looks like maybe someone might have came through a little bit. I've leveled the ground, chopped the cheese out. Cheese out.
Chop the cheese.
Chop the cheese, baby.
Chopped. God damn it! I've chopped the trees down. The quick brown fox chops the tree down. I chopped the trees down, and I made like a cool little base. Now I'm just traveling further out. I'm gonna find another spot that no one's been to, make a base, start doing some shit, whatever. I think that is a cool thing that the map, Crondo, the map is insanely large, like, and it's procedurally generated. Each server has a different map. It's not every world.
So what's the? Well, I mean, are there like better resources the further you go out, or I mean, is it just the
different
same all
zones
over?
or biomes, as they call them, have different resources in them. So you need to essentially be able to travel to all the different biomes to get all the resources that you need to get.
Yeah, exactly. And I think like I want to build a boat and I want to go. There's a big sea to the east of our starting point on our map. I want to build a boat. I just want to see what's out there. I'm gonna leave all my shit out in my cabin. So if I die, like who gives a shit? I won't lose anything. And I'm just gonna go east and see where it hits. You know what I mean? Like that to me is like it's interesting.
Uncharted territory.
In the server, so like Hellfire's, they're his group of people. They've killed all the bosses. They've done like everything you could do. They've probably hit every biome. It is a flat world. It's funny because it's like, you know, flat world theorists will love Valheim. It's flat. It's a flat world, so you can literally go to the edge of the map. I don't know if anyone's done it. Maybe Hellfire said they're currently building a route to the edge of their world on their server. So I think that's like kind of funny. Like, go to the edge and see, because dude, it is absolutely massive. It's a massive map. It's like crazy how massive it is.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna stream it later, but I'll do it in Discord just so you can see the fucking map size.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's insanely huge, and like it's just, I don't know, it's just fun that you can play this co-op too. Like people can hop in, like you can, like Hellfire's has a character on his server, but it's your character itself is bound to your Steam account. So like as you pop in, like you can go around to different servers, you can hang out. There's also a little bit of PvP in the game too, so you can attack other people if you want
But you have to turn it on though, right?
You have to turn it on. Yeah, you have to turn it on. So, but like, you know, there might be a server. It's just like, you know, hey, you have to pop in here and you have to have PvP on, otherwise you get kicked. That kind of thing.
Sure.
So, you know, there's little aspects of it. So, I don't know. It's kind of rad. And I know that Hellfire said he wanted to make a YouTube channel of like Valheim cribs, you know, where he goes around to different people's servers and see their houses, which I think is a kind of a cool idea. But
for sure.
But,
That was what my friends and I did a lot in Fallout 76 when it came out.
But it's, I don't know, I enjoy the game. I'll keep playing it until something else comes out. But like for $20, it's definitely giving me a lot of value for $20. Like
100%.
And I like the fact that, like, you know, they're already talking about adding expansions, adding things to do. There's a lot of people who are completionists, just want to complete everything and do it. It's like, you know, I don't know. Does it have awards on Steam? I don't know if it does or not. If anyone can check,
that's actually a good question.
Because, you know, you know, I've never got into the Steam, like, awards that are the same, like, you know, the achievements or whatever. But like it's one of those things where like if it comes down to it, I might try to finish all the achievements for it if it has it.
It doesn't look like there's any achievements.
Doesn't look like that, which is kind of a bummer. I hope they retroactively add it. So
yeah, there's no achievements.
Really interesting.
Yeah,
which is sad because like
very surprising. I bet it might come. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean I don't know how that works. Yeah, I guess I'm.
Like, what would your achievements be? Like kill a boss, kill the second boss,
kill a boss, build your first base. Like, you know,
farm 5 bronze bars.
Hellfire said there's a pretty good roadmap already. So surprising to see a game company have a roadmap.
With a roadmap, jeez, yeah. So, but like it's kind of, you know, like I'm just seeing now that like Remen is playing it for the first time like 3 days ago. So
yeah.
I see a lot of people playing it. So, I'm excited for it, and I'm gonna tell I'll message a bunch of people. If you want to come hang out on our dedicated server, you're more than welcome to. And if you're watching this live on Twitch right now, at twitch.tv/OGpodcast, it's just exclamation Discord in the chat will get you that. And we have a server or a channel dedicated to Valheim, which has the dedicated server info, which is there. So if you want to come hang out with us, but I'm gonna keep playing it. I will probably put more hours into it once I have some free time, which I think is Thursday. I don't know. No, Wednesday's the next day that I have off because I'm working Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So it's been just nuts for work. So
I was supposed to fly to Texas next week and I got out of it. So that's really nice.
Well, there you go. But either way, anyway. So what else? What else? You guys playing anything else, or is that pretty much it?
We got a 3D All Stars, Mario 3D All Stars, which has been really fun. Great Nintendo Mario side, like kind of like 3D side scroller.
That's cool.
But like nothing crazy about it. It's just fun. It's a fun game.
Just a good old video game.
Yeah. I did want to talk about a game that has a demo out right now called Outriders. I don't know if you guys have played it.
Yeah, tell me about this because I saw
you guys talking about it in there. What is it?
Yeah, you and Chu were talking about it.
There's a demo for it right now. It was supposed to be like it was supposed to be out already, and they pushed it until April 1st release. I think it's supposed to come out like beginning of February, something like that. But they wanted more time to sort out some bugs. They were going to release a demo to get some hype behind it. I thought this was going to be a games of service game because everything in the game itself screams games of service, but apparently it's not. It's a single player game that has drop in, drop out co-op experience, which is interesting. I don't know how they're going to do this. But it's a game set in the future. Earth is just on its way out. It's destroyed. There's a team of people who have to go colonize a planet and blah blah blah.
Classic.
Yeah, it's just it's a sci-fi game, but like they have it's kind of like Gears of War meets what's the other game that's kind of like Mass Effect kind of deal, because there's like abilities, there's 4 classes, each class has a different. So it's like Mass Effect meets Gears of War and Destiny in terms of like how it does, but it's a third-person shooter. It's a looter shooter. Stats are Gears randomized and all that sort of stuff. So
cool.
I don't know. It's fun. The demos are out right now. You can go play for free on Steam or on PlayStation. I think it's on PS4 as well, and also on Xbox. But I know it has some good potential. I'm probably going to wait to play it until it goes on sale, because I would assume it's going to inevitably go on sale at some point. So I'm just going to wait for it because I just don't have time to play anything else at the moment. But
yeah,
I don't know. It looks good. There were some audio problems, but apparently they fixed a lot of the audio problems. The classes seem fun. There's definitely different scenarios you can run with. But it's very much like a quest based. Like, okay, you have this quest, now go to this zone and kill this thing.
Sure.
It seems cool, but it's not like $60 cool for me.
Yeah.
Like for me, it's like $40 or $35 cool that I'll pick it up for, because it just seems. It's by and it's not by I think it's an indie studio. It's by the people called People Can Fly, I think is the studio or something like that. So it's not like a AAA studio. It's like their first major game. You can kind of tell it needs some love, and that it's definitely lacking a few things. But that's why I feel like it's like a $30-$40 game for me.
Right.
Which is when I'll pick it up then. But then I enjoyed the hell out of the demo. I actually got to a point where like I found out that you could. Like legendaries have a small chance to drop, and there's a cool farm point. So I don't know. I spent 2 hours trying to farm them and see what happens. And then the cool thing about the demo, which I actually really like, is all your progress from the demo carries over to the main game. So if you buy the main game, all your effort isn't for naught. So I thought that was
yeah.
rad.
That's always a nice feature.
Yeah.
Well,
So you're
because
not like really like wasting your time.
Yeah, and they also, because you're playing like the first like chapters, and the demo is like involved. Like it's like probably 6 hours of gameplay in the demo, and the game itself is like 40 to 50 hours of game. So you have a good like 20% of the game up front that you can play in the demo. And the fact that everything carries over, that we're like, okay, cool, this is where I left off, so I'm going to keep playing. And it's like, I don't know, I think that's a great idea. I wish more games did demos, and I wish more games carried stuff over. I mean, I understand why they don't do that, but still. But.
Yeah.
But.
Well, I'm pretty excited. I just realized that 2 months from, like, tomorrow, actually, is going to be Resident Evil 8 Village.
Are we talking about,
really?
Yeah.
That's cool. Fuck,
2 months from
I mean, if we're
tomorrow.
talking about games that are coming out, there's so many cool games that are.
Yeah, what
on
are you
the
excited
horizon.
about? What are you guys looking forward to?
Well, I never played Village, but it looked cool. I do.
Dude, you should play 7, because 7's not super long. 7's 6 hours max. Like,
Really?
It's on the PlayStation.
yeah, even if you play it, even if you play it on easy, it's 6 hours. I would recommend playing it on easy for your first playthrough, because the game's still not super easy. But it's an enjoyable playthrough. Like, it's not so easy that you're like, oh, here, let me just close my eyes and just spray and pray everything.
Right.
It's like you actually still have to play the game. But anyways, I would suggest, like, if you, because 7 really has nothing to do with the other games. Like,
Well, isn't the franchise kind of?
it's veering
not-
off in a different direction. I mean, it
Well,
is, but it isn't.
Well, each game has the foundation goes back to what
Yeah.
all happened, but it's still completely not like Twilight Zone type
So
shit. but,
seven
like,
seven took place in Louisiana, and essentially what's happening now is like you're experiencing the world post, like, the virus has been out there. You know, there's like little pockets of things that Umbrella has kind of like fucked around with, and
Sure.
you know, there's like different experiments they've been going through, and that's kind of what this is related to.
Got it.
What 7 at least, and Chris Redfield is really the only tie-in to 7 and Umbrella. Those are the only 2 tie-ins to the other series, but Chris isn't even a playable character in 7. You'll see his involvement with it if you play it, but I know he's going to be a lot more involved in 8, and 8 is going to play off of 7 because you're playing as Ethan. So like I would, if anybody wants to get into 8, I would strongly recommend playing 7. Not to mention 7's a fucking great game, and I'm not even playing. It's like 6 hours, and it's very fun. It's like, you were saying, it's funny because you were making the comments about the floor creaking and things like that.
Yeah.
I can't even. I'm not even playing. Like 7 is fucking masterful at that. Like,
Sure.
like there's sounds and you're like, oh shit, and there's definitely like nothing over there when you look. It's really making you like be on your toes. So anyways, I don't want to we already talked about that.
If
But
7's on the PlayStation trial, I'll definitely play that out.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the account. You just have to download it.
So
it's very fun.
I have like almost a list. I mean, there's that,
I know one you're very excited for that's coming very
Pokemon
soon.
one, or wait, what are you talking about?
Pokemon.
Pokemon Snap. Dude, there's like 3
dude,
Pokemon
I can't wait
things
for
that are
that,
coming out.
dude.
I got Pokemon Snap. Can't wait.
Yeah.
They're remaking Diamond and
Are they really?
Yeah, Diamond, not Pearl. Oh my god.
Isn't Diamond no, it was Ruby and Sapphire, wasn't
Ruby
it?
and Sapphire, and then the ones after that. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm a fucking Diamond. It is Diamond and Pearl. Okay, great. I'm not a fake. Diamond and Pearl, and then also obviously the Pokemon open world, almost like Breath of the Wild deal. I don't know how to pronounce fucking Arceus. What the fuck?
Couldn't tell you. Don't know. I don't follow it very.
It's a Pokemon. I forgot.
Vash is not a Pokemon guy.
I
Arceus,
played the
whatever it is.
originals, but that's about it.
Well, it's like Breath of the Wild Pokemon. It looks really cool. It's a prequel.
Yeah.
It's like wooden Pokeballs is kind of funny. You like, sneak around in high grass. You can try to catch Pokemon, battle Pokemon. It looks really cool. It looks really fun. Very excited for that stuff. There's this stupid game coming out. It's think Left 4 Dead, but it's in the Alien franchise world. Aliens Fire Team. Have you guys seen that?
No.
No.
Straight up like think Left 4 Dead, but aliens. So it's like 4 of you, and you're just fighting an onslaught of aliens.
That sounds cool. That's like the game that's coming out, Back for Blood.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it's just aliens.
Sounds cool.
That's cool.
I'm actually looking forward to Back for Blood. I don't know. I haven't determined what platform I'm going to play it on. I'm contemplating playing it on PC, but mainly just because I still have games to play on PlayStation that I'm just kind of want to play. I would see myself playing that more in a community sense and streaming it more than I would be by myself at home doing nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel about Back 4 Blood specifically. Is I don't really play console stuff anymore except for like the PlayStation single player stuff.
Yeah.
But like definitely if I did, I would probably do PC just because other people playing and like doing streaming stuff with it. Yeah. But other than that, like it's all the other stuff we've talked about a million times, like Diablo, and for me, Super Metroid Prime 4 and shit like that.
Have they made any announcements on Immortal, like when it's gonna be hitting the phones? Because the alpha hit, right?
Yeah, that already happened. Which I got like some really good reviews, really good play. Like, that gameplay was really interesting. Color me surprised about that game. I think Color everyone's surprised. That game got shit on.
What about Immortal?
Huh?
You talking about Immortal?
Yeah, that game got shit on so hard, and then it ends up being like pretty cool looking.
It seems like a pretty common thing in gaming nerd culture.
Well, especially with a game that's a mobile game for a game series that's never had anything mobile.
Yeah,
that people have been waiting on a sequel for a long time on. So the reason it got shit on makes sense to me completely. It does.
Well, the way they address. What do you guys not have phones? I mean, like the way that they brought it out was a little.
Did you know there was like
clownery.
a PR person like on the side of the stage like, oh my god.
Yeah. Somebody straight up just like wanted to die. Like just straight up like. Yeah, you ever see that subreddit like watch someone die inside or watch? Yeah. That would have been like
it's watch someone die inside. Yeah, there's 100% different subreddits. Please, for the love of God, do not go to watch people die if you have a weak stomach. Jesus, don't go to that.
Yeah, I don't think I want to go there. Period.
You don't
but
go
the watch people die inside is fantastic. However, this would be a perfect scenario for that.
Yeah, watch me die inside after telling people to go to a subreddit that's fucking gory. It's funny. The problem I have with stuff like that is I have a hard time dealing with like cringy things. Like if we're watching a show and there's a cringy thing happens on the show, I have to like I can't look or like change the channel. You know what I mean? And so like for a lot of those instances, it's usually because someone did something fucking cringy or stupid, and it's just like, oh my god, I can't watch this motherfucker be an idiot. I can't watch it. I can't watch it. You know.
Yeah. I'm actually looking forward to Future Revolution. They said they have a Q2, Q3 release date, so we'll see what happens with that. So that'll be either June to August, in my opinion. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm very much looking forward to that. We'll be playing that when it comes out.
You're not excited for the Avengers expansion coming out?
Haven't even heard anything about it.
Oh, it's just that.
I know.
Wait, you haven't heard about this? The shit show?
I heard about the war table thing where they talked about like, oh, here's Hawkeye coming to the table.
No,
like,
baby. Their answer to the problem of the game not having enough content is, okay, we're gonna make the game harder. XP is gonna be high, like more. Yeah, you need more XP to do stuff. There's gonna be more levels. Wait, actually,
what? Are you for real?
Wait. Here we go. I actually I brought up.
Oh my goodness. This is like the Anthem
I actually want to. I want to read the quote. This has led to pacing issues such as skill points currently being rewarded too fast, which may be confusing and overwhelming to newer players. We want each decision to invest in a skill or heroic to be more meaningful. So they're making things slower, and they think that is how it'll be more rewarding content. So instead of adding more stuff, they're like, oh, we're gonna make it harder to get things. That way it takes you longer to do the same thing over and over again to get to an end game, even though the people that are playing it hard they're already there. They've been there.
Do they not play video games ever?
No, can't be.
Sounds like they don't play video games to me. It sounds like they have zero
the XP needed to advance in levels later in games is being increased, starting at character level 25. To conclude the post, the developer recommends that anyone this is my favorite part. The developer recommends that anyone who has a character that isn't already level 50 level them quickly before the changes take effect.
Holy shit! Like that's like, oh wow.
Yeah. Hey,
wow.
it's what a
wow.
Yeah. What a ridiculous.
So not playing that anytime soon.
Yeah.
I mean, I still have it installed, and I like load it up every now and then. I like loaded up the other day. I was like, I'm gonna play this for like I have like an hour. I'm just gonna go beat the shit out of some stuff, whatever. Play with the new character, Kate Bishop, I guess.
Kate Bishop.
I was like, cool. I forgot how like it's the game's fun. It looks good. And I was just like, you know what? It's just so repetitive. I just can't. I can't believe we played it for so long.
You guys play longer than I did. I played it for like a couple hours straight up.
Oh, I got a character like 125 or something, 141, I think,
tried
or something like that, and
it's fucking stupid. I played it for a minute, and I was like, wait, what? Like even like you can't like they compared it to Destiny the way that was, and it's like this is like, it's not even comparable.
Fundamentally, the game was great, but just the way that they executed it was.
I think the story was kind of cool.
The single player stuff was
story
rad.
was great,
and
man.
The fact that you could even replay the single player game, like once you beat it once, I was like, what the fuck is this? Like that's the best part of the game. And you can't go back and play it again. Like why not? Like why can't you do that? Just sounds
like every other game ever since like the history of ever.
New game, just New Game Plus. Yeah, it's not
New
hard.
Game Plus. That's actually a really good point. Yeah, there is no New Game Plus, and that's like basically a very.
There's not even a new game. You can't even restart the
That's
campaign.
weird.
Wow.
You have to make a new account.
New Game Plus is like one of my favorite ways to replay a game.
Sure.
Like
it's a cool thing.
Yeah,
I actually was gonna do it on God of War, but I was like, I don't even want to. I just want to keep doing more dumb shit. I killed.
It's also probably a pretty healthy time investment for.
Was that?
Unless you're, I said it's probably also a very healthy time investment unless you're a trophy hunter.
Yeah, could be.
But yeah, it's just so no, I haven't heard about that. And also since we're kind of talking about the games service, RIP Anthem.
I was literally seconds away from saying
longer.
You know, I don't. Oh, hi, Jude.
I'd like to say that we all didn't see that coming, but we all did see that coming.
100% saw that coming.
Well, you know, I didn't see them straight up canceling the game coming. I didn't see that coming. It's like I thought they were just about to do more stuff. Then they talked about what they call it, Anthem next or some
Next.
shit.
Yeah, Anthem
Yeah,
next,
they probably announced it, saw that the hype was near to none, and they were like, nah, we should probably just cut our losses and say goodbye. Wow, Anthem was a better Iron Man simulator than Avengers.
true.
100%.
Not gonna
That-
lie, that's
True,
actually
100%.
very true.
Yeah. The first time I loaded that up, I was like, Iron Man.
The first, I guess the first month after it launched, it was fun. Like I played it on PC with the Origin Access or whatever it was called, because I only paid $15 a month for it. So this game's. I played the shit out of the beta. I was like, this seems fun, but I don't know where this is gonna go. Really glad I only paid the $15 to play the game.
Yeah.
But that game, the mechanics of the game are fun, but it suffers that same problem that Avengers has. That there's just nothing to do.
Nothing to do.
When you're done. And like,
I
once
don't.
you get to
I
endgame,
wonder
it's
what
just
these
like,
people are. I'm sorry. I just wonder what these people are thinking, like when they're designing a game. Like, as you were just about
They
to say,
don't
like, once you get to
anticipate.
the end.
No, they don't. And it's the same thing happens with Destiny. All these Division, all these games where you have to keep, there's randomized loot, or there's, loot progression, or there's missions, levels, things that give you any of that shit. They don't anticipate how fucking fast nerds will finish all the content they have. They don't anticipate it. Straight up. Like Destiny is a perfect example. Destiny has a lot. They do have a lot of content. Anyone who says otherwise, like, shut up. Like there's a lot of stuff to do in Destiny. They don't realize that there's going to be a group of nerds that figure out the shortcut to getting all the shit. And this happens with every time. Like Outriders, for example, I heard that in Outriders, a couple people found a glitch into a loot cave where there was loot in this area that's not even available in the or not available. Like you can't get in the demo. It's like whatever. They don't expect people will do this, or they don't expect people will find the shortcut to finishing like the Flashpoint in Old Republic, like skipping all the mob. They don't expect that this will happen. They're like, oh, they're gonna read every line of the cutscene. They're gonna watch the whole cutscene. They're gonna fight every mob, any enemy, all this shit. They're gonna do every dumb mission. They're gonna do all these things. And when people either don't play all that stuff, or they find the shortcuts, or they just speed through this because they're awake for 72 hours trying to do world's first in a raid or some shit, like they're not ready for it. They're not ready for the level of dedication that nerds have to playing a video game.
Yeah, and wanting to get past it, and just
Wanting
like,
to get past it.
okay, here we are. I finished the game. Now what? Like honestly, it's
Yep.
like I never understood like why they just didn't add like things that are just. I know they kind of Marvel did it, but they just added like, oh, here's like 100 level thing that you can do, which by the way might bug out at the very last room and you can't get past. Like, here's a 6-hour investment of your time that might be worthless when you get to the end. And it literally
Here's the,
can't do
all
anything.
these games that are like that need to look at Destiny, need to look at all the content they have, and go, do we have as much as that? And if not, Destiny 2 rather, and if not, add more. Because if Destiny 2 isn't enough content for people to play, your game that's not close to that is not enough content for people to play.
Yeah. I would even argue at this point that the Division 2 is at that point too, where people are. I mean, I logged back in since they were doing the Resident Evil crossover with the outfits and whatnot. I logged back in February, beginning of February, to play. Still had some more missions. I hadn't finished the Warlords expansion. Just finished that, and then found out that Fei Lao is a traitor, and I was like, "Whoa,
Dude, I know. Wasn't that a cool?
that storyline is pretty rad.
Very good. Also, a game that had really good writing.
Yeah, so I'm very excited for if they ever do Division 3, which I'm assuming that they would be, because they told us that this last batch of content that just released
Is
like
the
in the
last
past
one.
week is the last one. So I'm assuming that means that they have to be coming out with a new game.
I would assume that they're moving all of their resourcing over to finishing. I assume they're already doing it. I mean, they probably started Division 3 the day that Division 2 published.
Yeah, I mean, it's been what, a year and a half at this point?
Maybe. I mean,
Maybe almost 2
the
years?
first Division was out for like a bit though, so I don't know. We'll see how long that takes.
Yeah, but who knows? Maybe they're adding an expansion, or maybe they're doing some other stuff. I don't know. But like, I mean, if they drop a Division 3 at the end of this year, that'd be fantastic. Or they're moving over to the Star Wars game that they're doing. So.
Oh, it's true. It's true.
But it's definitely I don't know, for the company Massive who did the Division, I'm very excited to see what they do with that Star Wars game. That to me is my number one game that I'm going to be looking forward to, because no matter what
The
that is,
Star Wars one?
The Star Wars one. No matter what it is that they put
That'd
out,
be good.
I really like what they've just done with the world building, the character models, the environmental stuff. They're just really good, and they're great writers, and like they're just really good storytellers. and I'm very excited to see what they bring to the table of that stuff. So because there's a lot of stuff that's not just in the game itself, but in the world and stuff that you can explore, and all these like little hidden nuances that are in the game. There's a lot of fun. So
yeah, true. I actually forgot about that Star Wars game. Thank you for reminding me.
So, but I think that's probably 2-3 years away. So,
Probably,
which is fine.
yeah.
But-
Well, I mean, we have to wait till 2023 at least. That's when
exactly.
the EA contract goes up.
Well, I mean, that's when they could probably develop it, but they can't. Really,
Oh, they
probably
could
can't.
exactly. Yeah, we won't see it published until at least 2023.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But
they can
either
make
way.
it all they want, but yeah,
Sad
making money
times.
on it.
Yeah. Anything else you guys are looking forward to? Anything recent that's about to, come out or anything like that?
But they come out now. I don't think
I actually don't think that there's anything coming out. No, the Pokemon Snap and Resident Evil
Right.
8 are the next two that I'm gonna buy. I might pick up Bravely Default 2, which is a Switch game. Some friends of mine told me it's very similar to it's like a JRPG,
Oh.
kind of like Octopath Traveler, which was one of my favorite games of 2019, I think. Yeah.
Sure.
So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for right
I
now.
forgot
'cause-
they're porting Star Wars Republic Commando to the Switch. You guys ever played that game?
What?
Are they really?
I love
Yeah,
that
yeah.
game.
That game is
I
great.
love
Great
Yeah,
game.
that was a
Yeah, they're
great
porting
game.
it to the Switch, which I play that game so much. I played it over and over again. It's just a single player campaign. Such a great game. Updating the graphics a little bit, putting it over to Switch. I'll probably I don't give a shit. I'll get it and play it on that.
That's cool.
A game that deserves its own movie line. Republic Commandos. Like, what a cool. They did a book. So before, real quick tangent, side note, whatever we call these things. Before Disney bought Marvel, when the universe at the time was the main canon universe, there was like a 10 or so book series on just the Republic Commandos, and they were fire books. Because it's really interesting. Whenever anyone writes a story in the Star Wars universe that don't involve Jedi, they have to make it good because people go to Star Wars for Jedi and Force shit, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, the newest one that is canon, you have Star Wars Battlefront Rogue Squadron. And if you've not, I don't know if you guys are, if you've read any of the new Star Wars books or even any of the old ones for that matter, but the new Star Wars books they're pretty good still. Like, they're the new canon. But this book is literally straight up the commando squad of the rebellion called Rogue Squadron. Wait, no. Is it Rogue Squadron? Oh God.
Rogue Squadron is the movie that's being developed.
No, it is.
So I don't know.
But no. Oh, Twilight. Wait. Oh my God. Is it Twilight Company? No, wait.
You're gonna leave us all in suspense right now.
Is it Twilight? It is Twilight Company. Sorry, I'm messing up. Rogue Squadron is something different. Star Wars Battlefront Twilight Company is the story about the Rebellion's commandos, and it's really good. There's no Force users. It's just straight up like a war novel in the Star Wars universe. But Republic Commandos is the same thing. The video game. It's a war game in Star Wars, and it's so. I love that game. I want them to make a movie of that. I thought Rogue Squadron would have been that, and it kind of was a little bit. Like, when that movie was coming out, they were saying they wanted to be the Saving Private Ryan of Star Wars, which it wasn't that gritty and dark, but it was still pretty good. But Rogue One, sorry, not Rogue Squadron, Rogue One.
Oh,
All right,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
done talking. I'm blowing it
It's
over
fine.
here, guys.
You're doing
Yeah,
great.
hey,
You're doing great.
listen, dude. You got
A
the
lot to
shawarma in your
say,
belly. It's been like an hour almost. Like, things are probably bubbling up over there. You gotta.
That and the cold
know?
brew. There's something brewing. There's something happening in my tummy.
Oof, dude. I mean, come on, man. You just like give your stomach a chance to not die.
No, it's how I look so good. Nothing stays in me. Who needs to work out when you just shit it all right directly out? There's no time to even
Nice.
percolate that the fat content, the calories. It just
Just in and out.
in and
Immediately.
out.
So. All right. Anything else that you guys want to chat about? Anything pertinent?
Oh, personally, I'm very excited about the fact that Blizzard is going to be doing the rest of the expansions for World of Warcraft, like Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King, Cataclysm, and so forth. I am personally very excited about this because some of my old buddies of mine that I played WoW with back in what was it, like 2005 or 6 when BC came out. We've kind of all agreed that we're gonna roll some characters together, and I'm gonna play a prot paladin, which I'm pretty excited about because I always love paladins, and I love tanking in WoW. It's like one of my favorite things to do. So I'm very excited about it. And I know we talked about Diablo 2 Resurrection. Actually, no, I don't believe we did last time.
Yeah, we
but
did. I
we
got
did
made fun of
briefly.
because I don't care about it.
Yeah. I mean, I am extremely excited about it.
I'm
a
excited that you're excited, buddy. That's all.
giant D2 nerd, and I gotta be honest. I'm actually very excited because I feel like I spend more time playing retro games or old school games, and D2 is one of those games that I just like randomly fire up from time to time, and so I think it's gonna be pretty cool, but we'll see. I'm mostly looking forward for Marvel Future Revolution and Diablo Immortal this year because I think the three of us are, well, at least I know I am. I'm a big mobile gamer, and I think both those titles are going to be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious to see. One thing that kind of surprised me about the Anthem dismissal, I guess, disillusion, dissolvement, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't know what it's called. Whatever you want to say. Was that they mentioned at the end of the article when they made the announcement, like the PR thing, that the team is gonna be branching off and be dedicated to more Star Wars: The Old Republic content.
Oh,
So
I didn't see that.
curious
Oh yeah.
what that's gonna be like, because we're still playing Star Wars: The Old Republic a little bit. I haven't logged in like 3 weeks, but
I log in. I'm just still doing
crazy
story
busy.
stuff.
Yeah, still need to do that. I know there's been a bunch of people in our Discord asking, what we're all playing, if we can log in and help. Now that we're all like, a lot of us are 75 and geared out for the operations, which I still want to do, but I just haven't had time to play. So I'm hoping this week coming up that I'll have more time to play. Even though I literally just got texted to do a job on Friday, but it's a music video, so I'm probably gonna turn it down because I know what that's like.
Yeah, fuck that. Music videos are garbage.
Well, I just know it's gonna be 18-hour day on a Friday, and I don't want
fuck
to
that.
do that. Not interested. Not interested whatsoever. But
Let's
anyway.
do it.
And they probably can't afford it anyway. So
Ooh.
Would you say they
Charlie-
can't afford you?
probably can't. No.
No, they can't. I know you're
Charlie
right.
said
They can't
you
afford
gotta
you. It's
pay
a
the
music video.
big bucks for me.
They got no fucking
Well,
money.
so there's a secret that I do whenever I don't want to work on a job is I give them my fuck you rate, which is like 2.5 times what I normally get paid for these things. And if they say yes, I'll be like, okay, sure, I'll make X amount of dollars for
nothing.
for doing nothing. Sure, okay, but it could. Because if they're like, okay, cool, what's your rate? I'm like, here's my rate. And they're like, oh, that's too much. I'm like, oh, sorry, I
That's what it
I can't do
is.
the job.
Yeah.
Or if they're like, because that happened on a job for Discovery VR. I was just like, okay, here's my rate because I didn't want to do the job. And they're like, okay. I'm like, well, I guess I'm going to go to Alaska. So
Yeah.
that was pretty rad. But anyway, that was just a little bit of a tangent. So anyway, that's going to do it for us. Oh, do you know what? I totally forgot to talk about the sponsors. So we'll just do it real quick. So we have the two sponsors, if you guys remember from previous ones. I can't believe I almost forgot about that because I'm literally looking at the mouse pad. If you guys like, I'm just going to completely just gloss over this stuff real quick. So if you go to noobenergy.com, you can get 15% off any order at noobenergy.com with the promo code OG15. That's 15% off any order. Not just one order, your first order. It's any order, anytime. So you can use that promo code multiple times over and over and over again. They're fantastic. Or if you go to noob.ogpodcast.fm, that'll take you to the link to the store, which uses our store credit and everything like that. So anyway, noobenergy.com for OG15, and as well as Dragon Champions, which is I've been playing a little bit. It's fine. I had to turn off all the notifications because it's crazy with how many notifications they send you. But dragon.ogpodcast.fn with the promo code OGPodGift will get you some starter gear items, characters for new characters up to level 15 for Dragon Champions. It's dragon.ogpodcast.fm with the promo code OGPodGift for new players up to level 15. So that helps us out with supporting the pod, supports us all around. For both those guys, the guys over at Noob are fantastic. People over at Dragon Champions are good people. They actually care about the game, which is surprising for that kind of game. Just got you typically. Well, it's just like imagine if MSF cared about their player base and cared about.
We
their game.
talked
They would
about
make
it. There it is.
So much time.
There it
Anyway,
is.
I know. That was just the one time. Anyway, you can find us.
That was just the one time.
Anyway, you can find us on Instagram at og.podcast. Our Twitter's OverachieversP. Our website is ogpodcast.fm, where you can get this episode and every episode where we talk about video games, what we're playing, what we're excited for, and occasionally some news. So, And then if you guys like this podcast, please rate us on your podcasting platform of choice, like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever, and leave us a review because that helps us, gets us back into the algorithm.
Everyone that leaves a review, I'll personally send a pizza. One of my pizzas.
You heard it here first. If you
Just come to
leave a
Brooklyn,
review,
you get a pizza.
You're gonna get pizza sent to you via Ashy Pastrami.
Wait, I messed up. You have to come here. You have to come here.
That's at Ashy Pastrami on Instagram and Twitter. Make sure you guys at him.
Give us a good review and you'll get pizza.
To get your good free your pizza. And then
when you're in Brooklyn.
You didn't specify, so there you go.
Yeah, I fucked up. I said I'll send it to you. I fucked up.
Yeah, there you go. You just gotta just at Ashy Pastrami with your review, and he'll follow us.
Sweet.
Or he won't.
How long till that's here? Because I mean, I was about to order pizza. I'll just order yours instead.
It's good. For you, it's gonna be a bit, buddy.
You can leave a review. Well, you just followed us like 2 weeks ago, the last episode. So I mean,
Wait,
I'm
what
not
did he do?
surprised you don't have, remember he followed us for the first time.
I unfollowed and followed. Okay.
Wow,
There you
dude.
go.
Wow, dude.
Anyway, thank you guys very much for coming out and listening. This episode is probably going to go live on Wednesday because I'm working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm sorry, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So I won't have time to edit this one until Wednesday. So if you're hearing this on Wednesday, you'll be like, "What? It's a day late. I forgot to do it." Like it's
is that our listener's voice?
that's just me. That's fine. Anyway, thank you guys very much. We'll see you all in 2 weeks or the next time whenever we do our next thing, which probably in 2 weeks.
Probably 2 weeks.
Later, guys.
Bye.